All right, I haven't made a video in a while, so I thought let's do it. And I'm going to actually make a making of a drum vlog video. And I did the Mike Tyson's Punch Out thing, and I actually edited a bunch of stuff together, and I actually used tempo and synced different sequences from the video game. But this I'm going to do a show, and it's the Filmation Masters of the Universe show that ran from 1984 to 1987 or 88 in the 80s. And so it has an excellent score, and it's actually 130 pieces of music, many of which are not pieces of music. It's just a sound. But there's probably a few dozen good pieces of music in there, more than that. Um, so let's do this. I'm using this web page called Cobalt, and we're going to save the appropriate files that we're going to rip off of YouTube. We're going to rip audio files from particular pieces of music. So for 130, this particular YouTube channel, Snout Major, has uploaded this, and quite frankly, for the whole score, I can't find this anywhere else on the internet, so I might just download everything on it. But it's very interesting if you watch the episodes now, being able to identify which piece of music out of these 130 are in the cartoon and which, during build-up sequences and attack sequences, what piece of music is playing, like Attack in the Sky here, or Battle in the Sky. So let's do this. There's a few that I have in mind, and I want to rip. So one is Battle in the Sky, so let's go to that.
Have you ever seen the magic glasses that can see clearly without glasses? This glasses can not only see.
So copy that. We're going to pause it. We're going to go to Cobalt here. We're going to paste the link right here. And we just want the audio. We just want the audio. Okay, it's an MP3 of the audio is what we're getting here. Okay, so there's one. All right, so download that. And I should be able to drag it onto the desktop. Put it over here. Yep, there it is. Okay, so now let's try another one. There's a few that I want to get here. Let's look through this. I don't want the main theme that is worn out and everybody's familiar with it. I want to make a drum vlog that has some of these things that are very nostalgic that people haven't heard in a long time. One is called, let's see here, Beware the Serpent, Brave Journey, Call to Action. Here's the one that everybody's familiar with. Okay, let's pause that. I'm going to get the link. Copy. Cobalt. Okay, we're going to get out of this. How do you clear it? I don't even know how to clear this. Oh, you can clear it with this X. Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to paste here, and then we should be able to download it. All right, here we go up here. All right. Okay, so let's bring this over here. All right, let's make sure that that's what it is. Have too many. Yep, that's it. Okay, so I'm going to look for more here, and then we'll drag them into Reaper. Let's see here. There's certain ones that I thought were good. There's one called Danger's coming. I like that. Desolation's okay. Danger's coming. Danger strikes. I like Danger's coming. Desolation's good. There's one. Okay, we definitely want the Evelyn Chase and the Evelyn Skeletor theme. Okay, so let's paste that into Cobalt. Paste. All right. Should go to the top when it's done. Or maybe I'm wrong. A lot of programs being run on this computer right now. Okay, let's check it out. Yep, that's it. Okay, so let's keep on here. The Evelyn Chase is good.
Oh, what is that musty smell?
Oh, damn!
Dang.
All right. Keep it on here. I'm surprised it takes this long, even though I do have a screen capture or video capture going while I'm in Reaper. That's actually quite a lot. Okay, so here we go. Let's download. Okay, now we can drag this over to the desktop again. Okay. All right, now we can clear that. Go back over here. There's this one that I was looking for that's very specific. From bad to worst, game machine getting close. Good vibes. Good fella. Okay. Impending danger. There it is. Okay. And I don't think there's really that many other ones on there that I'm too crazy about. These are the ones that they played frequently in the series. And, you know, during like action scenes and that would get you pumped up, you know. So let's make sure that I'm not wrong. Joining forces, journey back in time. Those things like that, you'll remember, you know, there's scenes where somebody's like knocked out or something and coming to, and you hear this music. Oh, that's not it. How did it go? Yeah, something like that. Or memory loss. Yeah, this is. Yeah. Okay, but I think that's pretty much it. I don't see anything else on here that I feel like. The Risk. I thought that one was all right. Yeah, I remember this. amazing synthesizers. This was definitely done with MIDI, and this is very, very, very early MIDI. Like, this had to have been done in 82 or 83. I think MIDI came around in 80 or 81. But this was done on a computer, this music, with MIDI, with a program that was nowhere near as involved as Reaper. But, so, I have no idea what this guy used, whoever he was. But, Bad Attack, Balance of Power, Bad Guys Attack, Battle in the Sky, Beast Man, Beware the Serpent, Bookman, Brave Journey, Brave Tilo, Call to Action, The Castle, Catch the Lightning Changes, Circus in Town, Circus Parade, Cowardly Cat, The Creeping Terror. I think that one was all right. I think I liked that one.
Our phones were made to help us connect, and somehow they've made us less connected.
Which is ironic.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, let's put that one in there. Paste that here. I'd say that's enough. I would say that's probably good. We're 12 minutes into this video, so let's put these together. All right, so here, let's download it. Bring it over here. All right, so we can get out of this now. Let's pull these all individually in. I think this was the first one I got on here. We're going to pull them into the album track here. So let's pull these into Reaper. Bring this to, and then, I got the tempo set to 150. Let's bring in a whole bunch of pieces of music here. So I'm gonna put that to the side. Then this one. Oh, you know what? I just messed up. Oh, actually, no, it shrank to the same. Okay, that's good. We're going to end up listening to these and then editing them. That was this. I might edit them a little bit before I do the drum vlog. Like, I might cut certain pieces of them out, these pieces of music. Might cut certain sequences out, and then, draw them all in together and then lay drums down. Okay, so I'm going to keep on doing stuff here. I don't know what order these are in right now, but we will figure it out. Okay, so that one's good. I don't even know, what order I feel like I should really put them in yet. But, some of the synths, they got to be using something like an old Moog or one of those high-end Rolands like the D50 or the Yamaha DX7 or something. The Korg M1, something from way back then. I don't even think the DX7 was released until 5 years later or something. So it had to have been one of those other ones, maybe the Moog. Okay, so now we got 6 files here, so let's listen to them. Let's go back to the beginning. right, that's the one I really like a lot. I mean, I like the very first one the best, which is actually called a call to action. But this one I like a lot. I think that's the impending danger, and then I think this one is the Snake Mountain one. But I'm gonna want to edit these here in a minute after we're done listening to all these. Um, so. Oh man, I'm conflicted. Now I want to make that 1 second. Okay, so let's move this back over here. We'll probably make it third. So let's bring this back over here. We're going to end up cutting the end off of these that have silences at the end. Okay, now that one can be third. So let's do that. Let's bring this over here. Third. Okay. So let's listen to what we got. All right, and that one's called Battle in the Sky. So let's go do this. Let's go back to the beginning, and now that we have all these in order that we want them to be in, let's cut out some of these silent areas and do some little trickery here. What I want to do is I want to cut out these He-Man, He-Man, He-Man at the very beginning. So let's zoom in on that. We're going to do that. And then it just goes into the horns. So let's cut the left side off of that, and then let's listen to what it gives us. Okay, so let's zoom in a little bit more. I'm going to cut this out too. Get it to right there. Oh, come on. Oh, we want to turn off the grid so it will snap. Grid, router, mixer, show HUD, MIDI, show HUD effects, show HUD floating windows. How do you turn off the grid? Trim right. Show HUD. Wow, I don't know. Okay, well, I've got a button for that program somewhere, but I want to get that right there. What on earth? Grid. Mixer, router, inline editor. Turn off the grid. Okay, let's go up here. Actions. Show action list. Grid. How do you turn the grid off? Grid adjust by 1.5. Item grid. Right now these have here we go, quantize. F snaps positions, show snap grid lines. Okay, options, show snap grid settings. Well, where's my little cheat sheet? I've got a Reaper cheat sheet here. Okay, hotkeys. Show behind grid. Toggle snapping. Show snap grid settings. Grid, quarter notes, blah, blah, blah. Toggle grid. Alt plus G. Okay, so let's get out of this. Sorry it took me so long, y'all. Okay, Alt plus G. I'm going to get out of this actions list. Let's say Alt plus G. Nice. Bye-bye, grid. Okay, so let's zoom back in here. We're going to trim the end off this right here. So let's, we're going to split. So split there. We're going to split here. You know what? Let's split way over here. Let's go all the way to there. Split there. And then we're going to delete here. Remove item. And then we should be able to just move all this back. So let's move it back. And then, right. This is going to be hard because it's going to be like very little time between sequences. So let's listen to this again. I actually want to cut the ends off of these things. So let's cut the right end off of this. Yep. And then we're going to pull these together. All right. And then we're going to zoom out. And then look at here. We got another one. I'm going to trim the right side off of that. And then pull these together. And then we're going to trim the right side off of this. And then we're going to pull these together. So we don't have to listen to the whole thing right now. I just want to see how well it moves from sequence to sequence and see how good it sounds. Hold up. Back to the beginning. All right. So let's listen here. let's do this. I want to bring the edit cursor over here, slice this off the end of that guide. All right, click remove, slide this over. But I think I want to edit this piece. There's some portions of that aren't very ear-catching, so let's see if we can remove Let's do this. Let's cut it there. Let's do this. Let's cut it there, maybe a little earlier, and then fade out. All right. So let's say we're going to cut it here. Yeah, let's cut it there. Split, and then, oops, sorry, hit the keyboard here. Okay, then remove items, and then what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to the top right of this. Oh, shoot, is it not got a, it should give me an option to, yeah, but I want to know what the shape is. There's a way to get the shape. Here we go. Fade out with an arc. Okay, so let's go over here to fade out. And let's listen to it now. Let's bring the play cursor over here. Okay, let's listen to that again. Actually, let's cut this tiny end off here. Righty, gone. All right, so we're going to do that again. Here we go. Make sure we adjust the, yep, bam. Okay, so it's only going to be like the last little bit there. So here we go. Once again, it's actually here. All right, that's good enough. So let's slide this on over. And then Battle in the Skies at the very end. But I still want to do some surgery to this guy right here. Let's do this. We're going to glue items. So what is that? It's just G, right? We're going to glue items. Hotkeys. Items. Items. Glue. Glue, glue, glue. Duplicate. Split item. Trim. Glue, Control Shift and G. All right, so let's go back in here. We're going to say this track, Control Shift and G, but we don't want to loop it. We don't want it to. Let's see what that does. All right, when I'm done with this YouTube drum vlog, it will be a total of, what, 5 minutes and 48 seconds. So that's interesting. I'm going to have to, like, sit down and listen to this a few times with this in this order, these tracks in this order, before I attempt to record video and actually do a drum vlog. But I'm going to actually try to do this. I've done pretty good with orchestral sound and stuff in the past using Reaper, and I guess this will be my next drum vlog. So thanks everybody for paying mind to the channel, and these oh, I guess I should tell you all a little bit about this before I get off here. If you look at the screen here up on the left, these are going to be the tracks that I lay down on, and each one of these drums is individually mic'd. So I've got a 14, a 10, a 12, and a 16 with the tom-toms. And I got two overheads, one over the left and one over the right. I've got a snare drum and a bass drum, and I've got hi-hats. The hi-hats are individually mic'd. So that is it, and let's do this thing, man. I'm gonna get this done. Maybe today. We'll see what happens. Thanks. Bye.